Michael, Justin, thank you so much. Very quickly, before I get into Assassin's Creed, just before I left to come to this interview, our female producing team were like, oh my God, Michael's so attractive. You know, they're bringing up pictures of you on Google and just honestly obsessing over you. Do you ever get used to the idea that mature professional women are losing their minds and acting like teenagers?
As long as they're mature.
Yeah.
No, it's odd.
It is odd. They're odd individuals, and they'll be editing this up. So there you go, ladies. But Assassin's Creed, it's amazing. I watched it yesterday. Visually, it's incredible. Obviously based off the video game. Justin, you worked on Snowtown, incredible Aussie film, Macbeth, and now this one. All very different genres. What did you find the biggest challenge working on something like Assassin's Creed?
I just think the scale of it. I think nothing kind of prepares you for shooting for 92 days. You just kind of get to 30 and think, my God. And I think just the concept of it, how do you kind of take this pretty complex game and set of ideas and story and kind of simplify it down to its kind of core. But I think it was the scale. It never prepares you to kind of shoot in this sort of way, and doing the action sequences the way we did, which were all for real, was an added kind of level of difficulty. So all and above.
Yeah, and the action scenes are unbelievable. How much of the stunts did you do yourself, Michael?
As much as I could. Obviously, jumping from building to building and the leap of faith was a bit tricky because it was 120 foot.
He did want to do it though.
Yeah.
Not really.
Not from I knew you didn't want to do it, but I was.
Not
was
from
encouraging
120 foot. It was sort of a smaller version of that, but yeah, it's anything where I could sort of, I guess, get injured and knock us back, and we wouldn't be able to film. But all the fights, pretty much, I would say 90 to 95% of the fighting, and then whatever I could do in terms of the parkour. But we had a fantastic stunt team.
Yeah.
That really, they went for it. I mean, we lost a couple through injury.
We lost a few,
along the way because it was so intense. Yeah.
Really? They just get injured and then.
Well, yeah,
see you later.
you're doing a jump from whatever it is, 40 meters across and coming, two buildings, sort of one sort of tiered above the other, and you're landing hard on your ankles. So a couple of ankles went, and we had a couple of injuries along the way, didn't we?
What was the worst injury on set?
It was a broken ankle. Lots of broken ankles.
Yeah.
It was, I mean, the stunt guys, including Ariana Michael, who played Maria, and obviously Aguilar. I mean, it was pretty physical 100% of the time, and they're kind of Olympians. The stunt guys are just amazing, and they were all super excited because these days they're hanging on wires in green screen and they're kind of yawning most of the time because it's all done. With visual effects. So for them to go old school on this and actually do the jumps and do the leaps and do what they were trained to do was, a pretty unique experience for them.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So obviously they'd have to sign a thing saying, they can't sue you guys.
Well, I think that's kind of the nature of their job.
Great.
They sort of get injured, they get injured. I don't know what sort of insurance policies they have. But what's interesting is that, not a lot of people know this, is that assassins, a lot of them walk with a limp because of the parkour, the broken ankle is a common injury amongst assassins.
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. Your meniscus disc, your Achilles, the common Assassin Creed kind of. I'm sure there's an infirmary there in the 15th century of assassin injuries.